All right, you guys, they're threatening Nicki Minaj with deportation for her recent interest in politics, taking siding with Donald Trump and the vice president, you guys. I don't know where Nicki ever got this political drive from. I don't know if she has a political background, but they actually created a petition with over 100,000 signatures requesting her deportation. You guys, let's not wait for the middle of the end of this video. We're going to come together as a collective, all of us. We're all going to hit the like button at the same time. That simply just allows YouTube to show that you guys like the content, so then they in turn recommend it and get it in front of their audience, catapulting it through the atmosphere. Atmosphere being the algorithm. That's just a cool name that I give the algorithm. You guys, thank you for your support here. We appreciate that. We're a smaller channel competing with the bigger channels, right? But we're growing exponentially thanks to you guys. You guys are expediting the process. So with that being said, love is love. Now, you guys, they're threatening your favorite rapper. Nicki Minaj is being threatened with deportation. They already created the petition. The petition has over 100,000 signatures. I'm gonna pull up some of the rhetoric, the posts that's been associated with this request to have Nicki deported. You guys know Nicki's from Trinidad. I'm Haitian. Nicki's from Trinidad. I didn't know Nicki was born in Trinidad, but we'll look into that also. All right, you guys. Once again, hit the like button. This is a safe place. All right. If you are first time viewing, this is your first time here, I promise you, this is a safe place. If you're a recurring viewer and you haven't subscribed as of yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Take the opportunity now and subscribe to the channel. You can redeem yourself, right? God don't like ugly. We are God ordained. This is the most dangerous platform on God's green earth. That part. All right, let's go into this first post. This is the actual picture of the petition. Now you see it says deport Nicki Minaj, all right? Trinidad, signed, well, a little bit less than 100,000, 20,000 less. It's at 81,000 people, all right? 81,422 people to be exact. Now, there's some posts associated with this. You guys don't, for the people that are in fear of their favorite artists being deported, I got some good information for you towards the end of this video. You guys don't get your panties in a bunch. You know what I mean? Don't get stressed out. The Barbz, don't get stressed out. All right. Let's pull up some more information. Deport Nicki Minaj to Trinidad. Let me see here, because I got to be able to read this. So I'm going to have to pull this up, because this is too small on the screen right here. Let me read it on my phone. All right. It says, deport Nicki Minaj to Trinidad. Nicki Minaj currently spiraling out of control and seems to be experiencing psychosis. Her erratic behavior had led her to harass the Carters, a well-respected, and there's more there, which I don't know, it didn't say no more. But it showed it was 74,000 signatures at the time. Now, next it says, deport Nicki Minaj back to Trinidad. Nicki Minaj's actions and words have taken a turn, and has left many of her supporters and those who once found solace in her music feeling deeply betrayed once a voice. Now, it's not giving me the full sentence, right? And I'm not familiar with that word solace, so we got to look that word up. And I love learning new words, all right? So this is what they're saying right here. Like I said, it was kind of hard for me to determine the words because it's very small right here. I should have probably expanded that. All right. Now it says deport. This is a little bit better now. All right. I'm going to read it way better now. All right. Deporting Nicki Minaj back to her home country, Trinidad, seems like the most viable solution to curtail her harmful actions. It would ensure the safety of American citizens and send a clear message that harassment, support, criminal activity would not be tolerated. Let us stand together and urging authorities to take immediate action for the safety and well-being of all involved. Sign a petition to make our voices heard and ensure that justice is served. All right. So you see, in this, they already spoke about the prior one. They spoke about Nicki's erratic behavior. So y'all know Nicki gets a little kooky at times, right? Nicki gets a little zany. There's more. I'm gonna read more, but Nicki gets a little kooky at times. So Nicki's erratic behavior, she was shooting at Jay-Z, right? She has her own situation with Jay-Z, title and money being owed, etc. She's being blackballed. This is all alleged. Rock Nation, this is all alleged. Nonetheless, she has her issues, and they're using that against her. Now, you see, in the realm of politics, the first thing they're going to attack is your sanity, right? How could she have these extravagant, dramatic points of views? How she could be so far left? How could you be so far right so dramatically? You must have some type of mental issues there, right? Public outbursts. Nicki has a lot of public outbursts, so it'd be easy to paint Nicki Minaj as cuckoo, right? But a lot of crazy people that you consider crazy, actually, they're smart. Remember, a broke clock is right twice a day. They didn't turn crazy for no reason. And I'm not saying that Nicki is crazy. I'm not supporting that rhetoric. But I will admit Nicki does be acting erotic. Nicki be looking like she on drugs half the time when she be doing those public rants and she be switching her characters. One day she has split personalities. Like, I know she took theater when she was young. She was into the arts and stuff like that. But it done bled into her psychosis, right? Her psyche. And I'm wondering, does she know when to distinguish between the two? And they do say Nicki be fucking with dope and shit like that. Allegedly. All right. Now, one last thing. We got something else here. All right, in which it says the issue. Nicki Minaj's actions and words have taken a turn that has left many of her supporters and those who once found solace in her music feeling deeply betrayed. Once a voice for the LGBTQ community, she has now flipped her stance, asserting outdated and harmful notions such as boys should be boys. These statements aren't insensitive. They undermine the very foundation of the community that looked up for her advocacy and understanding. Listen, man, let's unpack this, man. I don't think you guys know what I just read, all right? I don't think you guys know what I just read. You guys pay attention. If you're watching the video, this is the hook. All right, so let's read it again. Nicki Minaj's actions and words have taken a turn that have left many of her supporters and those once found solace in her music feeling deeply betrayed. All right, so that was the ending of the last thing that I read. I'm putting it together now. Once a voice for the LGBTQ community, she has now flipped her stance, asserting outdated and harmful notions such as boys should just be boys. These statements aren't just insensitive, they undermine the very foundation of the community that looked up to her for advocacy and understanding. Listen, we're going to unpack this, you guys. This is why this is the most dangerous show on God's green earth, DSTM. And this is the most powerful platform on God's green earth, L.O.T.S approved TV. Now, Nicki may suffer the same fate as a P. Diddy. You guys, let me cook. Listen to what I'm saying. Diddy got placed into power through the powers that be. Let me repeat this. Diddy got in position through the powers that be. The ones that's controlling what the simulation. The devil gave Diddy the power. He granted Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs, the power. The token nigga. Billions of dollars. Opportunity. Riches. Lavish lifestyle. Power. Developed a God complex. Diddy developed a God complex to the point where he felt like injustice was committed against him with his Diageo deal, his liquor, his tequila that he had, the lawsuit, the $1 billion lawsuit that he won. Well, you bit the hand that feeds you, the powers that be that put you in position. Listen, they're not gonna put you in position unless they know a way of taking you out of position. They're not gonna give you access to the throne knowing that you could be a potential threat. So anytime they give you access to resources, give you access to the throne, anytime they exalt you, remember, they have methods of bringing you back down. Hence, they're speaking about Nicki. Nicki rise to fame. It wasn't, I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna credit Nicki's rise to fame to the LGBTQT community. I'm starting to get it right because I read it. Usually get the letters wrong. Nicki got empowered though. They are considered the Barbz. I think the core audience of the Barbz is actually the gay community. So what Nicki did was kind of like what Diddy did. The LGBTQT community empowered you, Nicki, and exalted you, placed you on the throne. Though you was already on the throne, mama, we love Nicki. Nicki was like the Biggie's remixes and just how you started with Fendi and the DVDs. I remember DVD Nicki. Very reminiscent of a Foxy Brown, like, you know, talent, beautiful chick out the hood, you know what I mean? And with the gangster shit. So I like what Nicki does. But that stardom, you know, the powers that be, they grant you and they give you that, they assist you in rising, excelling your ascension to the top of what society and how society, and you are, anybody that's at the top of society is a threat because you are an influencer. You can influence the people, and they know that. So when they empower you and they give you all the gifts, the lavish gifts, they're giving you the stage, they're providing you the stage to perform, right? They are granting you power. What makes you think, Nicki, that they granted you the power and you could bite the hand that feeds you? I understand. Yes, listen, I understand. I'm with you. I don't usually get into politics, but I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at Nicki adopting Donald Trump's point of view and ideology because I'm more traditional also, as well as JD, the vice president. I'm traditional also without pigeonholing myself because I'm not a Democrat nor am I a Republican. But I do believe in government. I do believe in a system, right? And I do believe in equality to a certain degree. But the lines have kind of gotten blurred in equality because at the end of the day, it's like you have genders here, right? I'm a man, woman, woody woo. It's not to limit people, but where we're gonna draw that line? The lines are being extremely blurred right now. So I don't want to get too deep in this, but I'm just gonna say this. Nicki Minaj, this may be the beginning of her demise. Donald Trump they ain't gonna be in office too long, Nicki. I don't want to go deep into this, man. I'll try to prevent this. This is why this is a dangerous platform. L.O.T.S approved media. You guys, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribing. This is a safe place. I promise you, one of the most safest places you could be. You see, we teeter, we walking on eggshells, thin ice with politics. I don't even go into politics. Shout out to LGBTQT, shout out to Democrats, shout out to Republicans, shout out to whatever fast or party that you represent, right? Because I don't believe in division. And at the end of the day, I'm just a spectator. I don't really partake. I don't vote. All right? L.O.T.S approved media. You guys turn your notifications on for me. With that being said, I'm out. Oh, before we leave out here, you guys, that petition, I didn't want to spoil it. Listen, they are not a government body attempting to deport Nicki Minaj. All right, this is I got to make this statement. All right, Nicki Minaj it's not valid, that petition that you guys are seeing, all right? But you see that they're putting her there. I think they're conspiring against Nicki, and I think it starts now, all right? So this says the online petitions are circulating calling for her deportation, but the U.S. government, by the U.S. government. These petitions were created by critics and former fans following her alignment with conservatives, political figures, and controversial public statements. The petitions have no legal standing and cannot compel U.S. immigration authorities to take action. Let's be clear, all right? U.S. immigration authorities to take action. Reasons cited in the petitions, multiple charge org petitions, which together have amassed over 100,000 signatures, cite a variety of reasons for their demand. Political stance backlash intensified after Nicki Minaj's surprise appearance. Then Turning Point USA American Fest event in December 2025, where she praised Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and made comments perceived as dismissive of the LGBTQ community immigration status. All right. So that was just a disclaimer, you guys, for anybody to know that petition is not valid. With that being said, don't shoot a messenger because I shoot back. I'm out.